It's just me. I'm Kyle with the Gwinnett County Public Library, and welcome to Virtual Legends Around the Campfire. So grab a flashlight and join Francis and I while we explore folk tales, stories, and urban legends from around the world.
I like this weather.
Me too.
Since spooky season is here, why don't I tell you a story?
Okay.
This is the story of a Kiku the doll. The legend says that in 1918, a boy in Hokkaido, Japan bought a doll at the market for his little sister, Kiku. He got the doll because he looked similar to his sister. They both had a bowl cut with straight hair down to their chin. Kiku loved the doll. She took it everywhere. She even slept with the doll. Sadly, Kiku died months later from a cold. The family then decided to name the doll Kiku after their daughter. They prayed to it at their household shrine every day. After a while, the family started to notice something strange about the doll. The doll's hair was growing longer. They would cut the hair, but it just kept growing back. So they took this as a sign that the doll was haunted by their daughter's spirit. A few years later, Okiku's family decided to move from Hokkaido, but they entrusted the doll to monks at a temple, and they shared with them its strange secret. Since then, Kiku has been living in Manenji Temple in Iwajima City, Hokkaido. Some say that scientists have analyzed the doll's hair and concluded that it's the hair of a human child. And others say that if you get close enough to Kiku and look into its half-open mouth, you can see its growing teeth.
What? That's not real.
Well, that's the thing about legends. We don't know for sure if they are true or not. I have another story for you. This is the story of La Siwa. La Siwa, also known as La Siwanarana, is a supernatural character from Central American and Mexican folklore. La Siwa is a shape-shifting spirit that takes the form of a beautiful long-haired woman in a white dress. She will hide her face with her long hair or a veil from anyone who might see her appear. La Siwa appears on lonely roads or rivers at night, asking unfaithful men for their help. With promises of love, she asks if they could take her to a nearby town. Once La Siwa and the men are alone, she will reveal her face, which is that of a horse or sometimes a skull. She will then ask the men,
Do I still look beautiful to you?
after this sight, her victims are then driven mad, or sometimes they die and lose their soul.
But only he is only appearing to men.
Well, La Siwa will also appear to disobedient children. However, she will take the appearance of their child's mother. She will lure her victims closer and closer to her in order to touch the child. Once touched, the child is driven mad. La Siwa will then lead her victims into the wilderness to wander lost and insane. If you encounter La Siwa, there are ways you can ward her off. In some stories, it is said that you can make the sign of the cross upon her, or bite a machete, while simultaneously banishing both the evil spirit and the fear that would grip you.
I love this time of year.
Me too.
Yes, this is my favorite thing, is to roast marshmallows outside. But you know what makes it even better?
What?
Is if we tell spooky urban legends.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
So I have a couple that I've been wanting to talk to you about, or actually tell you about, but I was going to wait until we roasted our marshmallows outside so it could be a little spookier.
Fair. Okay.
So the first one I want to talk to you about is originated from Haiti, and basically it's a folklore called Met Minui. And the story goes that there's this creature called Met Minui, and it's made of darkness itself, pretty much. And it's found all throughout Haiti. And anyone that crosses its path at night will suddenly disappear, never to be seen again. And the pictures that depict what it looks like it's all dark and black, like a really large black figure with really long arms and really long legs. So if you're in Haiti, keep a lookout, especially at night, for this creature called Met Minui.
Met Minnie. Scary.
Yeah, when I saw pictures of it, it kind of reminds me of Slenderman.
I've heard of Slenderman, yeah.
You want to know something cool about Slenderman?
Always.
Slenderman is one of the only urban legends that has been originated 100% online. So it doesn't have any folklore or any tales like that surround it. It was actually made up by a man. And you can actually go online and find exactly who the person is and when it was created, which I think that's pretty cool, because Slenderman, do you know the story about Slenderman?
I don't think I do.
Well, Slenderman is this really tall figure, and it likes to prey on children. And it will go at night and it will snatch kids and take them, and they will not be seen again. Similar to the Met Minui story from Haiti, and they look similar as well. So those are kind of spooky tales, but you kind of get the idea that since it was made up online, maybe the author got ideas from other urban legends and folk tales to create Slenderman.
You know, that reminds me of a story that I heard about La Llorona.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a Mexican folklore about the crying woman. So basically, in that, there is this beautiful woman, and she met this man, and he was really handsome and dashing, and they got married, and they had kids. But when they had kids, she noticed he started to withdraw from her, and he didn't seem to be as interested in her. He just loved the kids so much. He was always interested in the kids, and she got jealous of this. So, when she was playing with the kids one afternoon by a river, she was overcome with jealousy, and she drowned them.
what?
Yeah. After this, she was so she was so guilt-wrought that she drowned herself in the river. And now they say that if you hear crying at night, it's La Llorona, and that she could steal your children and drown them.
Oh my gosh, that's a scary one. I love how there's so many different folklores about like the boogeyman type creatures, and people like that similar all over the world. Each country has their own Slenderman or La Llorona or Metminwi that they have spooky tales to tell around the campfire, just like this. Well, this was lots of fun. Thank you for joining me, and I can't wait to eat our delicious s'mores.
Me too. Cheers. Cheers.
We're gonna do Cropsy and then Minashwa and then go outside and film it for real. Hey Ella, get out here! I want to do a run through of this before we go outside and film the final cut. It would be nice to actually have a teenager in the teen videos.
This is it.
Yeah, I promised you a campfire for Halloween and you got one. Here, have a marshmallow. Just eat them cold.
Which one are we doing first?
Cropsy, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Late one night during the summer of 1972, an escaped mental patient from...
Dad, just read the script normally.
Fine. Have it your way. While no one knows the origins of the Cropsy legend, the name first appeared in the colonial history of New York. Jasper Francis Cropsy, born on Staten Island in 1823, was a Hudson River School landscape artist. After his death in 1900, he was buried in, are you ready for this one? The Sleepy Hollow Cemetery in Sleepy Hollow, New York, setting of the famous story by Washington Irving. However, the name Cropsy is usually told around Boy Scout campfires and Jewish sleepaway camps in Hudson Valley, New York, as an axe-wielding maniac looking to exact revenge on the campers who caused his disfigured face. Another variation of this urban legend portrays Cropsy as a Willowbrook mental institution escapee with a hook for a hand.
What happened to his hand?
That's not important.
But it doesn't make any sense.
Shh! But is the legend of Cropsy real? For all of you older teens, I urge you to watch the 2009 documentary Cropsy, directed by Joshua Zeman and Barbara Brancaccio. They speculate the legend is based on Andre Rand, a suspected, you know what, since a younger crowd might be watching, I'll let you guys research that part yourselves. Two feature films have also featured Cropsy, 1981's The Burning, directed by Tony Maylam, and 1982's Madman, directed by Joe Giannani. Again, if you're on the younger side, get caregiver permission before viewing these films.
Next time I'm just going to get Alexa to tell me a scary story.
Marshmallow?
No.
Again, fine.
Still committed to the online bonfire?
Yeah.
Were you in the final cup of Cropsy?
No, let's give Minakwa a run through first, just for practice. It's still a little too bright out for campfire tales anyway, and I'll spare you the flashlight routine this time. Every country has their own urban legends and campfire stories to not only entertain, but frighten, in a good way. Kanpur, India has one such tale. Munakwa, a furry, insect-like creature with large glowing eyes, is said to scratch your face off. In India, tales abound of creatures ready to attack the face of unsuspecting victims. In 2002, the residents of Kanpur... What is that noise?
What noise?
It sounds like something buzzing.
I mean, I don't hear anything, but we are outside.
Maybe it's feedback from something. Is the microphone okay? Alright, don't answer me. I don't know. There it is again.
Oh, okay, I heard it that time.
We'll just ignore it. Anyway, in 2002...
Dad, we need to leave. Like now.
What?
Look,